Hello, 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 and you are very welcome to this week's episode of Spotlight. I'm Ruth Medjber, and this is your weekly guide to arts, culture, and brand new Irish music. On this glorious Wednesday, November the 16th, I am going to bring you a full itinerary of all the stuff that you can get up to in the next week that's going to keep you busy and entertained and full of culture, and you're going to have all the knowledge and conversational starters that when you're out with pints for your mates, you'll be all like, yeah, I went to this amazing show, I heard about it on Spotlight. That's what you're going to hear here. We also have Rosa Nutty, who's going to play a few tunes for us. She's amazing. I fell in love with her when she did this live session. But let's just start off with some tunes, shall we? Let's just cut out everything else and just play out some banging Irish tunes. This is a song called Belong to You with Ouida. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Ouida with JLOL. Here is Belong to You.
I know better, should be brighter than how I'm acting, just reacting to the weather. I hit my target, broken hearted. How to undo my old go-tos, what you had me do. I need your affection to feel a connection. Learn my language, all you have to do is make an exception. Don't ask for perfection. All I know is I belong with you. Savings on planes, falling faster than rain. Waking up to goodbyes and months in vain. Sometimes I bait and you bite. How you got so much fight? Blind and stumbling through, we set things right. So give me what I need, don't bring me to my knees. Feel the rain and choose it every day. Not one who asks for more, but love is not decor. Speak my tongue cause I belong with you.
For me when I said I love you, you didn't believe I could love that soon. Guess you don't believe when I talk the truth, yeah. Look, life is what you make of it, and if we're gonna lie, then we might as well lie in nakedness. You're swallowing my pride, got nowhere to hide, so I hate when it gets to the point of asking if I'm yours. My reaction is panic, so for the sake of it, say we're a tag team, I don't see a reason to label it something we should savor, cause it's safer not to take a risk. Maybe I should say I'm afraid of the word relationship. The hardest thing to face apart from yourself is the face of fear. But I see your face appear when I'm alone and melancholic. Then I was made aware that was the moment where I wanted to call it what it was. I know your role, and if I'm honest, you are my home, you're what I know, and I know all I want is you. 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 All I want is, all I want is, all I want is you. You do anything for you. All I want is you. Cause I'll do anything for you. I'll do anything for you.
Ooh, tell me, babe, do you?
Cause I'll do anything for you. I'll do anything for you.
That was the incredible JLOL with Weeda, and that was their song Belong to You. Let's just fire on another brand new Irish track, shall we? There is an album coming out that I am so excited for. It's coming out next March, which seems like a long, long way ago, but she has announced the album cover shot by yours truly. What am I going to say? I shot it. It was so much fun. Of course, I'm talking about the incredible Alva Reddy. She has a song out called Shit Show, and I did have to check before I said that on the radio, but it's called Shit Show, and I'm allowed to say it. The album cover, it was like probably the best crack I've ever had photographing an album cover. We got 25 of her mates into the Workman's upstairs, set it up like a living room, set it up like an after party of a sesh, like a mad sesh. We gave everyone a role. It's kind of like a Where's Wally situation. And if you look closely on the album cover, which you can find on Alva's socials, you will see that Soak is there, Sinead White is there, May Kay is there, Maria Kelly. It's like a full-on women supporting women on the lash in the Workman's photograph. I'm not going to describe it anymore. You're just going to hear the tune. Go and have a look at that album yourself.
I get here, some endless pitiful affair. Drag my body upstairs and look in the bathroom mirror. Oh, I don't recognize myself. Look at the state of me. This is so embarrassing. Won't you take me home? 'Cause I need to forget everything. If I stand a chance of beginning again. No more staring at the ceiling. Beginning again.
That was the incredible Alva Reddy with the title track of her next record, Shit Show. I just love saying that on the radio. I'm just going to keep it going. Going to keep the tempo up. Let's have a bit of a dance, shall we? Like, it's Wednesday. Why not? Why not just have a bit of a dance on a Wednesday? This is my band. They're laughing at me in the studio now because I'm actually hopping up and down because I get to stand up doing this today. This is Modern Love with a song called Until My Heart Stops Beating. That was Modern Love with Until My Heart Stops Beating. Until My Heart Stops Beating, I Don't Love You Anymore. That's the next track from a band, an act, an artist called Outsider YP. I think it's Outsider YP or Yip. We don't know how to say it here. I officially feel too old to be connecting to this music, but I really do love the tune. I Don't Love You Anymore.
Feeling numb, bleeding out, oh
wants to hear about some fun events to go to, if you have a chance, and I really highly suggest that you make some availability to head to the Peacock stage in the Abbey. I'd never been to the Peacock stage, but I fell in love with it. What you're going to see down there is a double headliner of shows. So you go in for one show and you get two. Tara Flynn and Panty Bliss have two plays running side by side. Tara Flynn's one is called Haunted, and Panty is If These Wigs Could Talk. It's brought to you by This Is Pop Baby. They are the brilliant production company that brought you Wake and Riot, that of course toured the world. If you are going down, make sure to get in early and soak in the vibes of the lovely new bar in the Peacock Room. It's divine. The shows themselves, though, you're gonna be a little bit kind of emotional and raw. There's a lot to process. They both cover really kind of important and tough issues like bereavement and grief, and then like famously, obviously, Panty Bliss and Tara both were really, really helpful or just really proactive when we changed the constitution, which we did, in the referenda that we had for equality and for repeal. Both of them were instrumental in that, and these shows are kind of they're kind of autobiographical, but like with a This Is Pop Baby twist on them. I'm not doing it any justice explaining it. They're amazing shows. They're so powerful. You're going to come away thanking yourself for going in. They happen in the Peacock stage down in the Abbey from November 11th. So they're running now. I had the absolute bliss of being in there photographing them. Runs till December 3rd, and it's a double headliner, so clear the whole evening. Let's crack on with some more tunes, shall we? This whole episode of Spotlight is going to be like, how many Jafaris tunes can we play in one episode? Because this dude is collaborating all over the place. He has a track out now with Cormac, and then he also has a track on his own, which is just a beautiful wee song. This is Sirens by Jafaris.
You were right there like you were the centerfold. Made it look like you were ready for it. Missing clothes, all there on the floor. Shawty knows what I'm in it for. Find myself stuck in loving you. Really drawn to your attitude. How the hell you catch my interest so much? It made me wanna invest. If love is blind, then so am I. Don't tell me drive if you're not down to ride. Cause if I hear the sirens, I step on the gas just to run away. Will you run with me? We can go where we want to, but can't sleep through sirens. We run away. Can you run with me? Now we're featured on a couple centerfolds. Make it look like we've been waiting for it. New clothes, get a lot of those. Shawty knows she's gotta ditch those. Yeah, find myself stuck in loving you. Really drawn to your gratitude. So glad you got my interest so much. You made me want commitment. If love is blind, then so am I. Don't tell me drive if you're not down to ride. Cause if I hear the sirens, I step on the gas just to run away. Will you run with me? We can go where we want to, but can't sleep through sirens. We run away. Can you run with me?
Now, it's just a bit of pop style.
When I fall asleep, I fall in deep. Wow. See shapes like isosceles. My heart's got a lifetime warranty. Been broken like 8 this week. Ain't this sweet? Ate too much cake this week. Made sure I still prayed this week. Hate this week, cause I still caved this week. It's peak. still found time to think about your big smile. I frowned. Miss your big ass head like ooh child. Make me wanna catch your next flight out. Catch up, even have a good night out. But if the sirens ring when you ride out, run for the hills to the hideout. Watch my back like I can't see behind us. Seek all day, but only God gon' find us.
That was Jafaris with Sirens. Do you know who I photographed this morning who was just an absolute treat? Camille O'Sullivan, the incredible musician. She is playing Edith Piaf in a new play down in the Gate. It opens on Friday the 2nd of December and runs right till January 28th. And it's kind of like a look at Edith Piaf in all of her grit and glory. And they go from like her early days of singing when she's fabulous to like the kind of days towards the end. Now, this is Camille telling me where she's maybe not so fabulous. It sounds fascinating to hear how the character and everything will shift through the whole performance in front of your eyes. So if you can, check that out. Tickets are from a very low €15. That's exceptional value, really, isn't it, for a performance in the Gate from Friday, December the 2nd. Let's play some more tunes, shall we? This is the wonderful Amy Michelle with her song Welcome to the Sidelines, who I am delighted to say I will be seeing down in Other Voices in Dingle in just a few short weeks.
Better off alone. I'm blood in the stone, but still you wouldn't know me if I cut through. Lost my head, courtesy of a sunken wreck. I'm a lady, there's no better day to be whatever you suggest. I'll play dumb for the party guest. Believe me this time when I say I'm having a little trouble caring about a lot of things right now. Things right now. Can see you just fine from the sidelines. You break me like a habit with your idiosyncratic mind. Took it a little too far this time. In my apocalyptic dream, you're 20 feet ahead of me. I'm sitting in the driver's seat. It's time that you admit defeat. I don't know what came over me. You're floating in a sea of teeth. The crowd's applauding endlessly. It all goes wrong at 17. Believe me this time when I say I'm having a little trouble caring about a lot of things right now. Things right now. Can you see me just fine from the sidelines? I break you like a habit with my idiosyncratic mind. Take it a little further next time. Take it a little further next time. Take it a little further.
That was Welcome to the Sidelines by Amy Michelle. Let's take a little look at gigs that are coming up, shall we? In Whelan's this week and next and all in between, we have the amazing Wallace Bird. She's playing in the main room on Friday and on Saturday. You can see Carlsbad upstairs in Whelan's on Saturday the 19th. What else have we got? We got loads of stuff. Layla Jane is playing the 20th. There's a comedy club on the 21st. I love comedy. We need more comedians on this show. I keep saying that. Anamika, who I adore, is playing the 25th. And then, of course, we have Aoife Nessa Francis, who's playing the main room on Thursday, the 24th. Tickets are €18 for that. Let's take a little track from Aoife Nessa Francis, shall we? This is her song, Chariot.
Maybe the dark leaves hang over
was the very lovely Aoife Nessa Francis with her song Chariot. Right after this tiny break, we're going to hear a beautiful live session with Rosa Nutty. But first, I'd like to play you a tune from Bell X1, just because I get to play what I want on the radio and I want to play you this song. They are playing a string of beautiful gigs in Vicar Street, November 24th, 25th and 26th. You can catch them there. Always such a beautiful experience watching those guys play live. This is their little pop ditty called Velcro.
There's not a lot that you can do in this flat with these fine young boys stuck in confined spaces. Prime is only so many toys. You fall in love with girls in high-vis jackets, the girls in the golf carts, welly tats, sunglasses, but it's over before it starts. In a field in Texas, under the welcome rain, pulled from a deepening quicksand by an angel in his chain. I'll be your tongue, you'll be my groove. I'll be your positive, you'll be my negative. I'll be your tongue, and you'll be my groove. I drive the getaway, and you bring the glue. I'll be your Velcro, I'll be your Velcro, I'll be your Velcro. I'll be your Velcro, I'll be your Velcro, I'll be your Velcro. Now we're clacking at computers and the sickly light they throw. All jonesing for Wi-Fi so we can steal more TV shows. Watching a 6-year-old on YouTube playing drums to Billie Jean. Now this is the stuff that binds us. Listen to those Dairy Queens. I'll be your tongue, you'll be my groove. I'll be your positive, you'll be my negative. I'll be your tongue, and you'll be my groove. I drive the getaway, and you bring the glue. I'll be your Velcro, I'll be your Velcro, I'll be your Velcro. I'll be your Velcro, I'll be your Velcro, I'll be your Velcro, I'll be your Velcro. We're heading home, airport screening. Man has his rubber gloves on. He says there's explosive residue on the strings of my guitar. Well, that'll be 6 weeks of sweating now in a pop rock combo. Why don't you come and join us? You can take all the solos. I'll be your tune, you'll be my groove. I'll be your positive, you'll be my negative. I'll be your tongue, you'll be my groove. I'll drive the getaway, and you bring the glue. I'll be your Velcro, I'll be your Velcro, I'll be your Velcro. Yeah, I'll be your Velcro, I'll be your Velcro, I'll be your Velcro. I'll be your Velcro, I'll be your Velcro, I'll be your Velcro. I'll be your Velcro, I'll be your Velcro, I'll be your Velcro.
Rosa Nutty, thank you so much for joining us here on Spotlight in Dublin City FM.
Thank you for having me, Ruth.
I've been dying to talk to you for ages. I think we've just noted that it's been about 4 years since I've seen you in real life.
Yeah, 2 real years, 2 fake years.
2 real years, 2 fake, 2 years that didn't count at all. So you're in today to play us a couple of tunes.
Yeah.
Amazing, because you have a new record out.
I do, yeah. It's called World Still Blue. It came out on the 20th of October, so I think about 2 weeks ago now.
Yeah.
So excited about it.
How's it going for you? Like, how's the promo? What's it like just having a new baby in the world?
It's amazing. Yeah, it's amazing. The last time I released anything was like 2017, which is incredibly ages ago. And it took a really long time to get this one together. So it's been kind of 4 years of putting a lot of energy into it. And now it's like it exists.
It exists in the real world.
Yeah.
For people to listen to.
Yeah.
Congratulations. It's a big achievement, I think.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, when you're working away on a record. What's your process? Like, do you write by yourself? Do you collaborate? Do you squirrel yourself away for a while? How do you do it?
Well, I very, very, very much squirreled myself away by moving to rural Cavan.
I love it.
Rural Cavan.
Rural.
I just don't want anyone thinking I'm in the bright lights of Cavan. There is no street lights where I am. But no, we moved down to Cavan with a view to having the kind of space and time to write and record the album, which we did have. And then I made a mountain out of a molehill and let it go on for 4 years, and now here we are.
Well, maybe you just sank into it because you were enjoying it so much.
Absolutely. No, actually, to be perfectly honest, I had like a massive amount of it done before everything kicked off. And then we were pigeonholed by that, you know what I mean, curtailed by that, so that's fine. But no, it's been a really lovely experience, and it was really good to kind of take a project seriously like that, and to take time to actually do it properly, and to like invest in the thought behind it. And yeah it was good.
I mean, because I'm just thinking, because Cavan is I think a lot of people our generation are being forced kind of out of Dublin, and we all have to go and move into the country, like, because it's just cheaper and everything. But the one thing I'll say about your music, which I absolutely adore, is that you sing in your accent.
Yeah.
You really do sing in your, like, it's a Dublin accent and you sing in it, which is gorgeous. So I'm wondering, living in Cavan, are you going to start changing your accent?
Yeah. How are you getting on? No, I don't think so. I think if anything, I'm hearing my accent more and more. Like, I get slagged a good bit about that actually, because I have an uncle who's over in the States, and he like spent his adult years there. So he's got like an Irish American accent, and he always points out that I say lovely. And I thought he was joking, like he was taking the mick. And then I heard back something recently and I was like, oh my God, I actually do go lovely.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, nothing wrong with it at all.
Like, there's loads of words I can't say without putting the dove, like burger. Burger and chips.
Burger and chips. There's actually a video of me saying that exact phrase when I'm like 5 in the most hilarious accent ever. I'll send that to you if you want to read it.
Yeah, please do. No, it's a beautiful thing to sing in your own accent. Will you give us a tune? And maybe we can all hear you.
For sure. I'll sing you a song called Luau, which is it's actually about a night out in Cavan.
A night out in Cavan.
It was a night out in Cavan that kind of went south. So I'm just going to take my glasses off. So
take your glasses off. Prepare yourself for the carnage of a night out in Cavan then.
Thought we were having fun. Cool down, you sound drunk. You're not the only son. Cool down, you sound drunk. Pretend to black out. No, I'll shoot out. I don't have a gun. Pretend to black out. No, I'll shoot out.
get to home before I do. I hear you put me down to every person in town. Get to home before I do. Pretend to black out, luau, shoot out. Oh, pretend to black out, luau, shoot out. Oh, pretend to black out, luau, shoot out. Oh, pretend to black out, luau, shoot
That was lovely. Thank you so much, Rosa. So that's about a night out in Cavan.
It is.
Is that where you draw inspiration from?
That's
an
all.
awful lot?
They're all about nights out in Cavan, separate nights, different vibes.
Different pubs.
No, yeah, that was the one night out in Cavan I've had. But yeah, didn't go great.
Amazing. So come here, tell us. You mentioned there before we got on there that you partial to all karaoke.
I love it. Only recently. It's a new thing. Yeah. I mean,
Is it a bit unfair though when you go karaoke and with your mates because you've got a belter of a voice and everyone else is just like, shut up, Rosa.
not at all. My friends do not leave that much room for me. They're all amazing. But no, we were at a hen at the weekend, I was saying to you, and we headed out to a karaoke bar in Dublin, and I was warning you that my voice might sound a little bit like this.
Yeah.
I closed it out with Winner Takes It All.
Yes, you did.
Full belt.
Yes, you did. Also, your voice sounds perfect. I don't know what to say. And is that your go-to song of choice?
I like that one. Surprisingly good one is Complicated by Avril Lavigne.
Oh my God, stop.
It's actually brilliant. It sounds like it's a cheap karaoke song, but it's not. It's got a lot of depth.
So you're younger than me now. So Avril Lavigne, you was probably perfect, right for your age. Like
Potentially.
I feel like I was just a little bit too old, or maybe I just kind of judged her a little bit too harshly.
Yeah.
I didn't get into Avril Lavigne now at all. Like
The skater thing was hard to get on board with.
Yeah.
It's a little contrived, but Complicated is a well-written song. So
there you go. What would be? I was listening to you play there, and I was trying to pick apart like what your influences would be. But I think you have quite a unique sound. Who would it be that you were growing up listening to?
Yeah, I would have listened to a lot of really eclectic music. Like I really loved, like on my 16th birthday, I got, I think, the Kinks, Nirvana, the Kinks, Nirvana.
Stop being so cool.
No, it was all that kind of music for that time. My first concert was Britney Spears. Then, like, I mean, I love karaoke now. Do you know what I mean? I'm not a snob, but
Oh my gosh, your first gig was Britney.
yeah,
That's
with
amazing.
Khalees. Stop.
I know.
Now, I was 12 and I thought that the setup was going to be that I'd be very close to Britney, but I think it was in the RDS. I think it was at the back.
Yeah.
So the fact that I didn't really get to meet her was tough for me, but
Yeah, I suppose you had high expectations going in, as anyone would do that age. Do you want to know my first gig?
Yes.
I just want to drop
Yes,
this in
yes.
real quick. Michael Jackson. I know.
Ruth.
1997. I was 11 years of age.
Oh, that's fab.
I know, wasn't it? Like,
Mate,
and
where
like,
was that?
It was in the RDS as well. Like, yeah, and like yourself, it kind of like. But I thought all gigs were going to be that good from then on.
Yeah. High bar.
And I bought this. Well, my cousin bought me this periscope. You could buy periscopes. It was a cardboard box with 2 mirrors in them, so you could see over the crowd. And I swear to God, I thought all gigs were going to have periscopes at the merch desk from then on.
I've never even seen a periscope.
Never seen one since.
Oh my God.
I know.
Business
idea.
idea.
I know. There we go. And also, thank you so much. I'm wearing your fabulous merch now.
Oh, you're
which
so
is great.
welcome.
Drop us a link there. Where can we pick up your album, and where can we go to find out more about you?
So the album is on Bandcamp and everywhere else, but Bandcamp is the one that artists would like you to listen to it on.
It really is, isn't it? 'Cause
Yeah.
the Bandcamp Fridays that they do is
They're
where
brilliant. Yeah, it is great. It's a Friday that happens once a month. I think we're just past one. I know for a fact we're just past one
Yeah.
now. I think the next one is at the start of December. But whenever you support an artist on Bandcamp Friday, they get 100% of the sale, which
Yeah.
is great. So yeah, I had merch up for that day, and then we are playing a show, Ruth.
Tell us.
We're playing a show on the 21st of December with Swimmers Jackson, who is great, incredible guy. And it's going to be a full band album launch, and we're going to have merch there, obviously, but we're also going to have the gig there.
Where is that?
It's in Workman's Cellar.
Oh, nice. That's a lovely venue.
I have not been in there yet.
It is gorgeous.
My
Remember the
shame.
liquor rooms? It's that.
Oh, stop. I love the liquor rooms.
So there you go. You're playing a gig in the liquor room.
Thrilled.
Fantastic. And so what can we kind of expect from that show? Like,
Really want to kind of deliver the album with as much. See, we recorded the album with no click in a room, and we would have done like additional layering on top, but it was essentially a live recording. Wow. The body of the album's live, and the reason I wanted to do that is it just kind of communicates the bounce of the songs and the actual feeling in a room of them more than something more methodical and clicked basically. So yeah, I just want to settle into playing it again with the guys, because we would have had to practice a lot to get that kind of fluidity, and it's a lovely album to play live. So we just want to do that, and maybe a couple of Christmas songs, and a couple of other bits. And then Swimmers is releasing a new album soon as well, and I think he's like previewing a lot of material he had never played before. So yeah, it'll be a really fun gig.
that sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
Before you go, thank you so much for joining us today. It's lovely catching up with you. Will you play us another song?
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
I will.
Tell us about this one. Is it about a mad night out in Cavan?
It's actually not, would you believe? Yeah, even though most of my songs are. It's called Big Kiss. I'm just fixing my capo here. Sorry, Ruth.
Yeah, grand.
It's called Big Kiss, and it's about making up if you have a fight with someone, be it romantic or otherwise. But the fact that when you if you're in an argument with someone, that kind of human emotions get very distilled into my side and your side, and that it can be very like reductive and not very constructive, and that you have to remember that the other person is coming from their perspective too.
Rosa, you're deep.
I live in the woods, Ruth. I have no choice.
You live in the woods. Well, listen, we'll let you get back to the woods soon enough. What's this song called?
Big Kiss.
Big Kiss. Take it away in your own time, Rosa.
you.
Thank you so much.
Big kiss and forget everything. Big kiss, exhilarating. Love you, I hope it doesn't scar. Sit down, we are where we are. No, I won't cry. Come here to me. No, I don't like the way I am being. Darling, stop the lights. I apologize.
Well now, how lucky are we that we got to have a listen to the beautiful Rosa Nutty when she came in and played for us live here in Dublin City FM. If you're enjoying the show and you fancy listening back to anything that we played today, or indeed that we've played in our last 12 weeks on Spotlight, you can head to any podcast platform that you prefer, whether it's Apple Music or Spotify or even on YouTube, and have a little look back at our archives. Spotlight is where you will find us with Ruth Medjber. That's me. That's my name. Ruth Medjber. Medjber. If you want to get in contact with us, please do so. I love hearing from you. I love hearing from people that are just out there day to day. I got a lovely message from a guy driving a van the other day. He was just like, that poet you played floored me. I had to pull over. I was like, yes, that's what I want. That's what I love. So you can email us, spotlight@dublincityfm.ie. But obviously when you pull over, don't be emailing me when you're driving. Like that's just lame. Or you can DM me on social media. Ruthless Imagery is where you will find me. Send us everything you've got. Send us your praise and your feedback. But now, most importantly, send us the issues that are surrounding you today. We are here to platform any events or any happenings in your life that you think other people would like to hear about. Whether you've got a market stall, whether you've got a theatre production, whether you've got a brand new single, anything at all, send it on to us. I'm going to play you another Other Voices act, just because I'm obsessed with Other Voices, and I'm obsessed with this woman. Her name is Katie Phelan. She did join us a few weeks ago back in Spotlight, but this is a song of hers which is so perfectly gorgeous. This is Duvet Day by Katie Phelan.
It's raining outside today, and I don't know why. I planned to get up today, but now I'm feeling shy. I am so tired and I don't know why. Another duvet day, just you and I. Oh, I've not done anything today, and I'm on my way home. Here I am running for the train, and it tires me to the bone. That's alright, that's okay. Oh, it's just one of those days. That's what we'll say, that's what we'll say. He sleeps like a baby, but he loves me like a man. Wouldn't get up if you paid me, 'cause I'm happy where I am. Oh, I am so tired and I don't know why. Another duvet day, just you and I. Oh, I've not done anything today, and I'm on my way home. Here I am running for the train, and it tires me to the bone. That's alright, that's okay. Oh, it's just one of those days. That's what we'll say, that's what we'll say. It's raining outside today, and I don't know why. I am so tired and I don't know why. Another duvet day.
You're still listening to me, thankfully, because otherwise I'm talking to nobody. This is Spotlight. I'm Ruth Medjber. This is your weekly guide to arts, culture and brand new Irish music. Everything I play on this show is Irish. And why? Because we've got loads of it. We are a magical little island that plays incredible music that needs to be promoted. I've got a bit of a platform here. Let's play the tunes. This next song I'm going to play is by Harry Fennell. This is gorgeous. It's called Next in Line.
Two men sitting at a table, trying not to lose. One is staring at his pieces, planning his next move. His guard is down and he gets worried. He's really fucked it now. Everything's out for the taking. It's just a matter of how. Oh, he waits and he gazes down at the pieces on the table. Oh, he waits, but he breaks when they take his queen away. He gets fulfilled when he gets filled with all the wrong things. It stops him thinking about when she was taken away from him. And savage moves are none but crude. The dealer shows his hand. He pries the gates to confiscate the breath of every man. Oh, he waits and he gazes down at the pieces on the table. Oh, he waits, but he breaks when they take his queen away. Oh, he waited, then he thought about the beautiful one he lost. Oh, he waited, then he thought there's such bad luck that he's got. Trying not to lose. One is staring at his pieces, planning his next move.
What a voice. Isn't that just gorgeous? Harry Fennell there with Next in Line. Right, guys, are you ready? Have you got your calendar open in your phone? Have you got a pen and paper? Whatever way you do things, I need you to write down a date for me. We are having our first event, our first live audience event that you, yes, you can come to. It's the Spotlight Christmas Crackathon. Yeah, all non-stop crack all day. I need to get a better grasp of that. I've got time though. It's not happening until December the 17th, which actually is only a month away. Oh my God, I'm actually terrifying myself right now on the radio. I am going to promise you a whole day from 1 p.m. till 8 p.m. on a Saturday, the last Saturday before Christmas, that if you come to the Dean Art Studios, which is on Chatham Road, just off South William Street, before you hit H&M, before you hit Stephen's Green, we are there, nestled away. We have an event space. I'm going to have 2 stages back to back. We're going to go from band to author doing a reading to a poet to a mulled wine workshop with plenty of tasters. It's going to be non-stop crack. Hence the name, the Spotlight Christmas Crackathon. Mark it in your calendar there, December 17th. I'll be back to tell you more about that and give you all the details on how you can get tickets. Even though they're going to be free, I'm still going to need you to register and you can come in and party with us. Love to see you all. Next song I'm going to play for you is by Rachel Barr. This is Give Me Life.
Cut me deeper, I wanna feel ya. Looking for another high. Anything will do just fine. I grew a thick skin just to fit in, dying not to be alone. I was only skin and bone. Then you put your arms around me, said everything was okay. I could feel my heart beat again. Still I feel the blood rush every time we touch. You give me life, you give me life. You give me life, you give me life. When I'm losing out and I've had enough, yeah, you bring me back to love. You give me life, you give me life. Give me, give me. Give me, give me. Give me, give me. Cold reflection, disconnected. Draw the curtains, kill the time. Just waiting for the light to die. So hard to hold on, the pull was so strong. Drifting out into the blue, closer and closer to you. Then you put your arms around me, said everything was okay. I could feel my heart beat again. Still I feel the blood rush every time we touch. You give me life, you give me life. You give me life, you give me life. When I'm losing out and I've had enough, yeah, you bring me back to love. You give me life, you give me life. Then you put your arms around me, said everything was okay. I could feel my heart beat again. Still I feel the blood rush every time we touch. You give me life, you give me life. You give me life, you give me life. When I'm losing out and I've had enough, yeah, you bring me back to love.
Whoa, that was Give Me Life by Rachel Barrow. Let's talk about some events, shall we? Has any of you noticed the weird Viking boat that's floating down the Liffey currently? I'll tell you what that's about if you like. Dublin Winter Lights from November the 14th runs right until January 1st. So I think it's Dublin City Council just sticking lights on stuff and, you know, making art installations out of street corners and everything, which is fabulous. We'd love to see more of it. I love to see floating installations down the Liffey. 16 locations around the city will feature colourful projections and lighting displays, including the spire. It's about time they did something with that spire, isn't it, Clack? So yeah, the Viking boat will float down the Liffey, and then there's also a new installation in the Liberties Bridgefoot Street Park, which is that brand new space as you're driving up that hill, which looks incredible. There's a walking trail map, so if you've got kids and stuff and you want to kind of walk around right through the end, you'll see them all in the order that they're presented, and so you can follow the adventures of Rua, the red squirrel, as you go. Have a little look at dublinwinterlights.ie to get the code to download all of that, and also you can get printed copies of the map in all of your Dublin city centre libraries. Will we play a bit of a pop banger now, shall we? I think we shall. I think we'll pick it up a bit. I'm in a good mood. Let's just play the hits. This is an artist called Matt Taylor, who is originally from Westport in Mayo, but I believe now lives in London, because, you know, he writes for artists such as Ariana Grande and Charlie XCX. Here is his own song, though. This is Stay by Matt Taylor.
Saw the light late at night, only hold it in the morning. I feel the days go by. Yeah, the closest thing to paradise. Only you want more love. Yeah, I try to walk away, but you still call me. I don't know what you're waiting for. 1 second we're in heaven, then you drop me. I know I'm overboard, but you're giving me that kind of thing I'm looking for. Want your house over my body, give me all you got. Yo, what can I say? I think I want you to stay. Stay.
Wow. Listen to that wee outro. It sounds like I'm at a session where I feel most at home. Let's just crack on, shall we? Another song that you love, I love playing after a session. Jape is back with a new album, and I'm playing a lot of it. I am, but I'll never get over this tune. This is Floating.
Took
took our first pill when the music was shit. I said fuck dancing all night, but then that's just what we did. It felt like floating. It felt like floating. Your body was warm when I lay by your side. I said I'm glad I have found you, and I'm glad we're alive. It feels like floating. It seems like floating. It seems like floating. We lay by a river, we looked at the stars. I said how tiny we are, girl, how tiny we are. It feels like floating. It feels like floating. It feels like floating. A lifetime is short, girl, and death is so long. I don't believe in no heaven, I just hope that I'm wrong. I hope we're floating. I hope we're floating. There's much in the world I don't understand. It just makes much more sense with my hands in your hand. It feels like floating. It feels like floating. It feels like floating. It feels like floating. It feels like
Woo! I've had some of the best times in my entire life dancing to that song, whether it was in Tripod or whether it was back at someone's gaff. It just brings back so many great memories. Here is another Irish band made up of total sounders who also know how to play for a sesh crowd. This is Houseplants with their new banger, Sea Glass.
To the peace of morning, coming to the water still. There's a song for the beast of burden. There's a cup for me to fill. And if she makes her last communion, lie awake in the dawning. Same shit, different day. Think about the State of the Union and 50,000 miles of veins, and how our hearts pumping all down them. Slams and rattles in its cage, and how the smallest glint of something can be nursed and brought to a blaze. She says, I wanna age like glass of the sea and lose my age so gracefully. I wanna age like glass of the sea and lose my age so gracefully. I wanna taste the air as I move, see it rushing where my body has been. I wanna age like glass of the sea and lose my age so gracefully. Yeah, she was coming for the ages. She was feeling pretty fine. Yeah, she might just take a look in this thing I told her life. In this thing I told her life. Age like glass, like glass. Lose my age so gracefully. Wanna age like glass, like glass. Lose my age so gracefully. I wanna age like glass of the sea and lose my age so gracefully. I wanna age like glass of the sea and lose my age so gracefully. I wanna taste the air as I move, see it rushing where my body has been. I wanna age like glass of the sea and lose my age so gracefully. I wanna age like glass of the sea and lose my age so gracefully.
Yes, Paul, having a little bop in the studio. Before I get on and play you more new tunes, I want to tell you about an event that's happening, because that's what I do here on Spotlight. If you're into art, which you should be, art is for everybody. James Early has a brand new show in Hang Tough Contemporary, which is in town. James Early, what can I say about his work? He's a Dublin artist, but like works with like stained glass in a really contemporary way, like a really, I was going to say fractured, but the actual show is called Compounded Fractures, which makes total sense. It runs at the moment until November the 20th, so get in quick down to Hang Tough's brand new contemporary gallery, which I believe is on Dame Street, if I am not mistaken. Now, from one artist to another, this is The Cope with True Romance.
You spend your time on our song. Do you think about what led your life to mine? And I can't be without you. Are cool, so cool. You are cool, so cool. Your endless time on our song as you think aloud. You edge your life from mine, and I can't live without you. Are cool, so cool. You are cool, so cool. This is a love song. This so cool.
That was The Cope with True Romance. And if you enjoyed that, you'd be mad not to, Sherlock. I'm sure you're dancing around wherever you're listening to us today. If you did enjoy that, you can catch them play, I think it's their first ever Irish gig. I know they played down at Electric Picnic, but I think this might be their first headline show. They're playing the Button Factory on December the 9th. It's an early show because Todd Terge is playing after it, but I'm going to be there. I'm going to be loving it. I'm going to be up the front. I'm going to be dancing. They're one of those bands that puts their heart and soul into the full production of the set, so you can expect lights, you can probably expect, I don't know, confetti cannons and go-go dancers. Well, now you can't really, but like, you can expect a lot from their show. Right, are you ready to go on a bit of a journey with me? You know how I love spoken word and I love poetry, and this is an arts, culture and music show. For the next few minutes or 2 or 3 or 4, I'm going to bring you on a little bit of a journey through spoken word. So I want to play a song for you by Breedine, who we're very grateful to be inviting into our lovely studios here for a recording session. She's going to play some songs. She's incredible. You have to listen to this woman talk about her work, not only her work in the music industry, but her work as a funeral director. That will be broadcast this day next week, so you'll have to tune back in. This is a song she did. It's on her new album called Breedine, and this is a song with the actor Stephen Ray reading the poem The Dawn Chorus, and I'll come back to you and tell you what our next track is in a bit, but stick with us. We're going to go on a bit of a poetic journey.
itself, but dreams we miss, say the psychologists, and the poets too. We yearn for that reality in this. There is another world resides in this, amidst the muddy fields, a pool of blue. It is not sleep itself, but dreams we miss. If we could once achieve a synthesis of the archaic and the entirely new, we yearn for that reality in this. But wide awake, clear-eyed with cowardice, the flaming seraphim we find untrue. It is not sleep itself, but dreams we miss. Listening, heartbroken to the dawn chorus, clutching the certainty that once we flew. We yearn for that reality in us. Awaiting still our metamorphosis, we hoard the fragments of what once we knew. It is not sleep itself, but dreams we miss. We yearn for that reality in us.
That was Breeding with Stephen Ray doing the Dawn Chorus, who you can catch doing a live session for us here on Dublin City FM next Wednesday. Do tune in for that. But, you know, things happen. If you miss anything, you can always catch back up on podcast platforms. We are there for you. We archive everything, so don't worry, you won't miss a trick. I told you I'm bringing you on a poetic, spiritual journey now through spoken word performances mixed with music. This is somebody who I adore his work. I just think he's so good. He's so powerful and he speaks from the heart. Of course, I'm talking about Emmett Kirwan, who is currently delivering an incredible performance in the Project Arts Centre. It's called Accents and it runs until November 26th. I'm going to go see it tonight. I can only recommend that you do the same. Tickets were cheap as chips. I think they were like 18 quid or something like that. Go to the Project Arts Centre and have a little look at their website. But he's delivering this performance with Owen French, who of course is Talos, and it's all about your accent. It's all about how you talk. It's all about why you talk the way you talk. And, you know, as a Dubliner, I'm very proud to be a North Side Dubliner. This is a piece by Emmett Kirwan. It was out years ago, but it's something that I adore and cherish. If you are listening, it's only a few minutes long. Really just chill out and like sink into this. This is Heartbreak by Emmett Kirwan.
Heartbreak. Young one wakes to the morning after, sees graffitied marker, friends' names written on the rafter of her sister's bunk, who was no longer there, disappeared. A feather blown to the night winds where someday young one hopes to follow. Black permanent smells, sweet and spells. Christine, 1916. Deborah, up the Ra. Jenny loves Carl. Taylor is a slag. I love Sean. Her face is a picture of grace as she reaches, touches, runs her hand along the bunk. Thump, thump, thump. Now who'd have thunk? Her ma made her home. She'll be early morning lucid. When Mam's hazy, she lets young one and friends sit in the box room, listen to tunes, smoke squidgy like cavemens from the BC Wens. They write the happy story of their lives on the bedroom wall. It belies a hurt narrative. The ma fuck does not give because she is welva. The daddy the picture where he has been elva. Recently, young one has got breasts and attention, and not just boys I should mention, but fully grown men who remark she's an old 15, but an absolute 10. And that was when the boys started yelling, here, 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 come here, come here, come here. Let me show sweet obscenities in your ear. Heartbreak, she does double take and sees Sean. She feels she likes this one boy because he didn't shout. No, young one is special, young fella said. She always thought her first time would be in a bed. not a wet patch of grass with a dog barking at the back end of where two housing estates meet. And I think when he said it, he meant it. He truly did, because he's not like all the other boys, but he is still just a boy who's pulling out late and now pulling out early. She sits in a chemist queue for the patronising talking to. Well, if I knew it was going to happen, I wouldn't be here talking to you. So she bounces. Weeks later, stomach follows suit. Sister no longer there for the voice. If they were together, she could be stronger. And one of her friends simply said, Stinger. Her ma said, here, come here, come here, come here. Look, listen, understand. There's no money for the trip on the Ringer. That's only for those that can. Heartbreak. But now she's wide awake. No longer dropping yolks, but dropping little prenatal here. No longer smoking rollies with a little nudge of squidgy. She thinks, this little nudge in me that I see from this strangely rendered orange 3D picture of my little squidgy. It doesn't look or feel real. And the chemicals that at 12 started running riot, and we're only now just settling down or whipped up into a frenzied sensation of emotion, puts her head on the brinks and she thinks, heartbreak. She has the baby on her own. But for its sake, she resolves to love this thing more than she was ever loved herself. But the gaffer's still ill. The hours on the thrill of the back ends and the hallways are still full of new come here's every weekend. So she kicks it to a back alley B&B, asks a grubby blue-shirted TD for help, and the problem compounds when he says, go back to your mum's. Sound. Newspaper learns of her predicament, asks for a photograph and an interview, so she rocks this little €15 boohoo made by a counterpart on the other side of the globe. Look at her. She looks fine to me. My tax euros mean she gets everything for free. What about cherishing all of the children equally? Was a poet's way of describing Catholics and Protestants living harmoniously under one flag. Not so my taxes could pay for a house for a working class slag. Heartbreak. But now it's money she'll have to make. Young one grows and gets a job just to prove them all wrong. She kicks the rhyme in a 0-hour contract, no overtime. How can you work your way out of poverty and downtrodden property and keep getting poorer while working? She shouts, cause prices go up and wages go down. Now she'll have to do more to change this salacious situation. Progression she feels will only come through education. The boy grows tall and strong and school becomes a place for the two. And now inspired by a brilliant teacher, she's got that yearning for learning, but she's not learning for earning. No, she's just learning for learning's sake, so that she can articulate this incandescent rage between all the young women of Ireland in 2016. She learns things like constitutional refusal of bodily autonomy, thinks this is backwards blasphemy. You mean, as a woman or plebeian in this country of opportunity, this ceiling and sea is a shamrock colour green glass to me. You'll only get the last of me, and still dealing with the ignominy of getting followed and hollered at in the street in spite of undergraduate accomplishment. Relax, darling. Take it as a compliment. Boys, leave her out. Look at her. She's a mother. She says, stop. Here. Come here. I am not defined by the fact that I am some man's daughter. Sister, cousin, mother. I am a woman. And I have agency just because I'm breathing air, motherfucker. And I'm standing here, motherfucker. And you and the state are the ones who are trying to fuck me. The boy sees this treatment in the street and from the state all his life, so he decides to regulate. But young one now, fully grown, tries to sate this rage and build this young man, this young boy. He will be the best elements of femininity, wrapped in a rebellious feminine but benign masculinity. The man she always hoped for. He will love you to the end of days, traverse space and time and do even more. And with her words, her life, a mixture of loving and ethics, food in his belly and all the right seasoning. And from the instant he achieves cognitive reasoning and then maturity, he will be the man to settle up the score and say, here ma, you embody all that is good and are the one that I am fighting for. I'll never catcall. I'll treat and respect and help to create an Ireland that will stand in awe of all manor. Heartbreak. Heartmend.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that. That was Heartbreak by the ever incredible poet and artist Emmett Kirwan. Stay with me. Please stay with me. We're making radio here. I'm going to bring you from one poet to another, spoken word and song mixed together. This is just from a sensational record that came out. Do you know what? I think it came out in 2019. I heard it in 2019, and then it started to get some label attention, so it was, whipped offline and repackaged. It was put out as an expression of grief, as a way of dealing with the loss of his best friend, Paul. It's in a tremendously heartbreaking body of work that deserves so much attention, and it's raw, it's full of energy, it's so Dublin, it's unbelievable. This is by For Those I Love. It is called I Have a Love.
I have a love, and it never fades. From red garden sheds to watching lads on steads knocking heads. From the 2x2 fuck you punk stage to a warehouse rave with a bloke we met on the way, dancing till day. I have a love, and it never fades. Full of plights and gripes like Achilles who loves fights. Like you did, right? Like we did twice. I love you beyond life. I have a love, and it never fades. You are God's son across the belly, remembered by pictures on your telly, your body laying in its glow, surrounded by those you know, crying for your words and your soul. And that final loss of your glimmer of hope that we heard every time that you spoke, and choked up rooms and blocks and venues and lads and moths with words that spoke soft of those lost. And then we send you off on funeral clothes.
So many doubts, I have so many doubts, I have so many doubts, I have so many doubts.
Where's that thing of Mazda with Tesco? Alright, yeah, you put the china straight away on it.
Great answer though. Yeah.
I can't go home with that. No. Looking at yours making the mirror like that after I pushed up. That's the man. No. Did you get that on the camera?
I think so, yeah.
Bit louder, man. It'll be cold, man. Be cold. Yeah, that's
I have a love, and it never fades. From the space where we learned to be brave and face guards, grief and knaves, and late days that could shame and break saints with the weight of the city's hate from the smothering state. But every cent we could take went on the art that we make. We'd go straight through the day on a rake of empty plates, up to 8 of us pulling 10 quid to make something great. So our love will never fade, our love will never fade. I have a love, and it never fades. Now a long way from school days, sharing books at Big Break with the two of us and Barry and Craig, talking tunes and poems with too much weight for our age. But the love that remains would shape the memory that stays. Even now I can see our face when those chords are replayed. Arm around me shoulder, a teenage embrace. Tell all your friends, I'd say. And a year ago or so I played this song for you in the car stereo in the night's breeze. This bit kicked in with its synths and its keys, and you smiled as you sat next to me. You in the front, Gilly in the backseat going 90 to the sounds as we roared down the street. The other boys stomping feet, and me in utter disbelief from the joy and the breaking the beats. We got out and stood by that Kia Rio cage stage, and I felt like I had it all. Cause I have a love and it'll never fade, and either will you, Paul.
That was For Those I Love with I Have a Love. Did you like our little poetry interlude there? Something I love doing on this show is that I get free rein to play whatever I think speaks volumes, and poetry is just right there for me right now. You will catch a load of fantastic Irish poets at our Christmas Crackathon, which is December 17th. I'm going to continue on the new Irish music buzz. Two artists who I adore have collaborated again. Cormac, with a K, has a brand new album out, the cover of which is a piece of work by Medjber. It's glorious. I think all bands need to look to artists to do their album covers. I mean, this stuff is just stunning. Also, do you remember at the start of the show I said how many Jafaris tracks can I play in one episode? Well, here's another one. This is Ondes, Ondes. I really wish press releases would come with pronunciation tips because I am dreadful. Good thing the tune is a banger.
Than a pound has made hounds pass grade A by the pound, and told ups don't bother talking if the buck don't come with a bite size chunk of that fight life made man cry twice. Reconsider
consider that nightlife a loose pipe. Niggas just talk for the talk and the sake of looking like they know what the boss man's made of. Grey goose for the fake rich and the makeshifts, slave for the day trip, but only to come back to see your real face naked. Just embrace it. Niggas getting faded just to feel sedated. Real life is a makeshift while you trying to paint it. Might be what you make it, or maybe it's a playwright. Yeah. Didn't let me in. I started off kicking down doors, now it's evident I've never been the type to settle in. Now I'm settling, I'm meddling. Had to take the shots to show the melanin. Man are like, oh no, don't let him in. He's such a hustler, a hustler. Came into the game with such a zeal. I'm a conqueror. Who's got the stamina? Who could be a challenger?
Well, hey, hope you enjoyed that banger. That was Cormac and Jafaris. That's about all the time I have for you this week. Don't worry your little head. If you missed any of this, you can catch up with us on podcast platforms. Search for Spotlight with me, Ruth Medjber. You can join us again live next week on Dublin City FM from 2 to 4 on Wednesdays. Also, please mark it in the calendar, December 17th. Me and you, we have a date. We have a Christmas crackathon. All day music, poetry, mulled wine drinking. Like, I'm really pushing the mulled wine drinking, am I? It's probably a bit too much, but yeah, mulled wine drinking, it's Christmas. I'm going to leave you with one more banger by Dave Nolte. Before I do so, thank you so much for joining me. I'm having the time of my life doing this radio show. I never thought I would love it as much as I do, but I do, and it's all thanks to you. If you want to send us a message, spotlight@dublincityfm.ie. Send me all of your events, all of your community events, anything that you're getting up to that you want me to shout out on the radio. This is your show as much as it is mine. Thank you to Patrick and Jonathan and Paul and Nicola and everyone that helped me on this week's show. This is Dave Nolte with Transients. I will catch you next week. Go Mila Mahagwib.